It's about a young man at 24 years old that was living his dream, that a few hours ago was getting ready to play the biggest game of his NFL career, and there's probably nowhere else in the world he wanted to be. And now he fights for his life. And when Damar Hamlin falls to the turf, and when you see the medical staff rush to the field and both teams are on the field, you realize this isn't normal. You realize this isn't just football. And so many times in this game, and in our job as well, we use the cliches, you know, I'm ready to die for this. I'm willing to give my life for this. It's time to go to war. And I think sometimes we use those things so much, we forget that part of living this dream is putting your life at risk. And tonight, you know, I think the first thing this is about Damar Hamlin. Mm-hmm. And to see a side of football that is extremely ugly, a side of football that no one ever wants to see or never wants to admit exists. When you see both teams on the field crying in that way, your first thought is Damar Hamlin. Yep. The second thought is his family. And this isn't about a football player, right? This is about a human. This is about a brother. This is about a son. This is about a friend. This is about someone who is loved by so many that you have to watch go through this. I dealt with this before, and I watched my teammates for days come to my hospital bed and just cry. I had them call me and tell me that they didn't think I was going to make it, and now this team has to deal with that, and they have no answers. And so the next time I think that we get upset at our favorite fantasy player, or we're upset that the guy on our team doesn't make the play, and we're saying to see a side of football that he's worthless, and we're saying you get to make all this money, we should remember who's on the line to live their dream. And tonight, Damar, he's worthless, and we're saying
to bring in representative for NFL player Damar Hamlin's family, and that is Jordan Rooney. And I know that you're there at the hospital with the family. Jordan, thank you so much for taking time to be with us. We saw your tweet. You updated Damar's condition not long after he got to the hospital. How is he doing this morning?
So I can't speak specifically on his medical condition. I will say is that, you know, he's fighting. He's a fighter. He's fighting. He's a fighter. I felt like in the moment there needed to be some clarity that, you know, he was awake at that time, and now he's sedated. So, the family's in good spirits. We're honestly just taking it minute by minute, hour by hour.
So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Let's listen in
up front
on his report.
I apologize for what we're going to set out to do here today if it offends anyone, because we're going to try to do the show pretty much as we usually do the show. But I'll admit up front, I'm still shook up by what happened last night to Damar Hamlin. In fact, I'm still wrecked. In fact, I'm not sure I'm capable of doing this show today. But after barely sleeping on it, I decided to give it a try. Maybe I'll fail. Maybe we will fail, but we're going to try. We wrestled through much of the night whether to even do a show today, because it felt like in our minds, we almost can't win with this, because up front that I apologize.
So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Prayers go out to Damar Hamlin and his friends and family, the whole football team, his coaches, the assistant coaches, the organization. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to send out prayers to him for a speedy recovery. Like I had mentioned in a previous clip, they were basically saying, let me see if I can show it. They're basically saying that he suffered a cardiac arrest on the field, and he's currently sedated and listed as critical condition. So prayers go out to the friends and the family.